Hello, and welcome to Rampant Red Devils episode 11. I'm in my new setting, and today I will be analysing Manchester United's first leg of the Europa League quarter-final against Spanish side Granada. Now, this is the competition that we are supposed to be favourites for. I mean, you could argue that, but Ajax and Roma, who are also left in the competition, as well as Arsenal, could prove to be very difficult in the matter in terms of winning the Europa League. But for now, though, our main objective is to get past Granada, a Spanish side who you mustn't underestimate, as they have performed well in La Liga this season and are obviously a very good side to have been able to get to the quarter-finals of this competition. Let's see how the first half went. So the team news then: David De Gea was recalled in goal ahead of Dean Henderson, which I thought was surprising, but after Ollie said that we'd still see De Gea play games for us, you could argue that it's not unsurprising, with Dean Henderson maybe potentially being the Premier League keeper for the rest of the season while De Gea's the Europa League, but who knows. It was the usual typical back four for Manchester United. McTominay started alongside Pogba in midfield. Bruno, Greenwood, Rashford and Dan James were the front four, as we looked to play counter-attacking football against Granada, who funnily enough also looked to set up as if they would hit us on the break. So in terms of the first half, there wasn't really a lot to comment on, really. I mean, both teams kept giving possession away far too easily. I mean, Granada didn't really look like a threat, and they were sitting defensively deep. So whenever we tried to move forward, press the ball forward, it wasn't going to go very well. However, we did score a goal from unsurprisingly, going the long ball route. Victor Lindelof plays a 30-yard pass over the top of the defence, and Marcus Rashford, who was surprisingly deemed fit, but obviously he's playing through an injury, was able to get onto the ball and was able to slide the ball past the on-rushing keeper into the bottom right-hand corner to make it 1-0 Man United, just after the half hour. It was a very unusual goal for Manchester United, as usually when we try to play long balls over the defence, it doesn't usually tend to work. But Victor Lindelof is known for his long balls, and it was a superb ball forward. Rashford with a brilliant touch gets in behind the Granada defence and calmly slots it away. 1-0 half-time. Good start. On to the second half. Second half, obviously, as you'd expect, Granada would come out more, as obviously they needed to get back into the tie, as Rashford's goal was a crucial away goal for us heading into the second leg next week. So obviously Granada would look to try and create more chances. However, David De Gea rarely had anything to do. Our defence, once again, surprisingly, was tight at the back. Lindelof and Maguire have been superb these past few weeks. It's making me kind of nervous that we might not get a centre-back because of how well they're playing recently. But we do need a left-footed centre-back to go alongside Maguire, I feel, because Lindelof, although he has been improved recently, you always know that there's going to be a mistake in him somewhere. Always. But no, De Gea didn't put a foot wrong on his return to the team, as he didn't really have a lot to do. Dan James, yeah, he had an alright game, using his pace to try and get into behind, but obviously Granada's defence was quite restricted and tough to break down. Obviously the long ball worked, but in inevitable Man United fashion, we won a penalty in the 90th minute. And guess who stepped up and converted it? Bruno Fernandes. Although, on the whole, the Granada keeper should have saved the penalty. It wasn't the best penalty from Bruno. It wasn't right into the bottom left, and he got his hands to it, but he couldn't keep it out. On the whole, though, a 2-0 away win in Granada with 2 away goals and a clean sheet. Not bad at all. So on the whole, it's a first leg victory, and that we take a 2-0 away goal advantage back to Manchester next week. I think it's a safe bet that we'd have to play pretty poorly, and Granada would have to be one of the best sides we've faced this season if they're to turn this tie around. Again, it was a good performance all around. Defence looks solid. I feel that we need to be more clinical, though. Yes, we won 2-0, but if we get any chances, we have to take them. Which, obviously, when you come up against the better sides, i.e. your Man Cities, your Chelseas, your Liverpools, you're going to have to be more clinical if you're attacking, going at them from the off. And obviously, usually when we come up against a big side, Ollie just loves to sit back and try and play counter-attacking football. When I personally feel we should be going at teams more, especially considering some of the weird results the Prem has had already this season. Some of the results you wouldn't have predicted at the start of the season, but that's football. That's why we love it. So overall, it's a Europa League advantage to us. Do I believe a weakened competition? A part of me does, but a part of me doesn't. Like, realistically, looking at the teams, we're probably the best team left in the competition. No offence to your Ajax, your Romas, or your Arsenals, but I do feel that we are the best team left in the competition. And you'd feel that with the calibre of teams left in there, we should win this trophy. But this is the Europa League. Things can be unpredictable. Man United on the whole can be unpredictable. 4 cup competitions, 4 semi-final defeats. So, if we beat Granada, we'll be heading into our dreaded semi-final territory. So it's a case of who knows. It's a case of if and what happens. For all we know, we could lose the second leg next Thursday. You just don't know what's going to happen. But that's all the analysis from me today. Please make sure to hit the like, subscribe so that you never miss a moment from the Free Kick podcast. Make sure to go and check out Jack's Total Tottenham and Nathan's Scouting Saints. And I will be back on Sunday with my analysis of Manchester United's away trip to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London as we take on Tottenham away in a massive game, which hopefully we do win, because we need to rectify and get revenge on the team that inflicted us probably the worst performance and the worst defeat I've seen all season from this club. Earlier back in the season when we lost 6-1 at home. Yeah, I know, crazy. Until then, goodbye.